Hello guys, welcome to the new topic of geography, optional specifically, areal differentiation. And as you know, myself AKSHAY GURUBHAIYE, faculty Plutus IS. As you know, we have started the chain of this sequence, right? The series as जिसमें हम ज्योग्राफी के डिफरेंट जो टॉपिक्स हैं उस पर वीडियोस बनाएंगे टू मेक ऑन डिमांड एज राइट टू मेक यू गाइज से अंडरस्टैंड दिस टॉपिक इन द बेस्ट इजी वे पॉसिबल. ओके, तो से टुडे आई हैव फॉर यू द टॉपिक अगेन ऑफ पर्सपेक्टिव इन ह्यूमन ज्योग्राफी, पेपर 1 सेक्शन बी, एरियल डिफरेंशिएशन. Yes, देखो, being a student of optional, okay, or geography as this topic is one of the most important topic, you know, one of the most important topic. क्योंकि इस topic पे ना number of times you will find questions those were asked in examination. Maybe for say 10 marker mandatory questions है, 15 markers as well, and say even there are say strong possibilities that say the question will be asked on this areal differentiation. Why? The reason being that this topic, okay, or this particular areal differentiation as an approach in geography is really in demand, okay, or that is what actually geographers are doing it on a real time basis. देखो, regional geography, you know, now this is what the era of regional geography, to be more precise, because what we are right doing as a geographer, those geographers, scholars specifically, they are now interested to study one specific region, okay, its potentialities and its say problems as well, and then accordingly the solution will be provided. And this is what this areal differentiation regional geography approach. This areal differentiation is alternatively known as chorology as well. Chorology, that is more appropriate. देखो, just before going into the history and those aspects, the first thing, try to understand the meaning of the term, say, from the words themselves. Now this term is actually composed of two words. Areal, that is area that is about space, and as you know, geography is about space. That is a spatial science that deals with the spatial distribution of phenomena, right guys? And differentiation, the next one is what? To differentiate. टू डिफरेंशिएट. देखो गाइज, सब्जेक्ट को स्टडी करने के डिफरेंट वेज होते हैं. जैसे कि आपने अभी जस्ट लाइक से कि यूपीएससी प्रिपेयर कर रहे हो, और मे बी एनी स्टेट पीसीएस एग्जामिनेशन एज वेल. सो यू मस्ट हैव दिस अप्रोच कि कुछ टॉपिक्स ऐसे रहेंगे वेर यू आर डूइंग दोज टॉपिक्स बाय मीन्स ऑफ सम कंपैरेटिव एनालिसिस, राइट? ऐसा ही होगा ना, जैसे टेम्परेट साइक्लोन, ट्रॉपिकल साइक्लोन. अब एग्जैक्टली ये सेपरेट इंडिविजुअली इफ यू आर गोइंग टू रिटेन दिस फिनोमेना, इट बिकम्स समहाउ नॉट एज डिफिकल्ट, बट या यू नीड टू कीप मेनी फैक्ट्स एज वेल. बट अगर इसको कंपैरेटिव बेसिस पे याद रख लिया, टेम्परेट साइक्लोन एंड ट्रॉपिकल साइक्लोन, दो क्वेश्चन एट वन इंस्टेंस, यू विल फाइंड यू आर रेडी विथ, राइट? और भी बहुत सारी चीजें रहेगी, यू कैन से कनेक्ट विद. अब यहाँ पर एरियल डिफरेंशिएशन इज द अगेन द अप्रोच से ऑफ रीजनल ज्योग्राफी which basically differentiates between region, yeah, which differentiates between region in a sense कि दो regions में क्या differences हैं, right? What exact say for example desert and say maybe in a tribal region, or maybe evergreen forest, or maybe any other forest conditions as well. You will find over there these two regions are having some different conditions as such. And these two different conditions, okay, these two regions then help you to understand some regional characteristics. And this phenomena is basically areal differentiation. This phenomena is basically areal differentiation. Now, अगेन अब इसको टेक्निकल सेंस में या इजी टू अंडरस्टैंड टर्म में देखना है तो पहले तो यू मस्ट बी नोइंग के अर्थ इज नॉट इक्वल एवरीवेयर. दैट इज व्हाट द प्रॉब्लम दैट दिस कॉमेडियन ही इज हैविंग एज राइट कि देखो अर्थ सरफेस इज हाईली अनइवन. अब रीजनल या एरियल डिफरेंशिएशन की नीड क्या है? दैट दिस अर्थ which is basically composed of different rock minerals, which is composed of which is having different topographic structure. कहीं पर mountain है, कहीं पर plain है, कहीं पे plateau है, कहीं पे depression है, कहीं पे river है, कहीं पे lake है. Yeah, even the atmospheric condition you will find bit different. Even the human has added a complexity into it. According to Sachs, say wherever human phenomena is involved, that the thing gets pretty much complex, complicated. So the Earth's surface is highly uneven, and if you are going to connect this highly uneven surface only by means of finding similarities between them, तो Earth surface का true nature पता नहीं चलेगा. That is what the approach of quantitative evolution. Now, areal differentiation, it believes in to study two or more regions as by means of comparative analysis, where the two regions under study, they are to be compared on some phenomena, climate, topography, okay, or movements of plate or any migration, human related phenomena as well, whatever, and then corresponding analysis or result is to be finally as such lead to. So areal differentiation is one of the perspective of human geography in which important is given to the uniqueness and particularness, okay, uniqueness of a particular region. It means what? Every individual area 1, area 2, area 3, they are having some unique characteristics. And if you are going to find only similarities between them, तो इनके unique characteristics, those are what to be neglected. Suppose those will be neglected in fact. And there comes the role of areal differentiation. Okay, that is not a very new branch of study actually. You will find the very inception of this areal differentiation in the Western philosophy. Greek civilization वहाँ से ये start हुआ. देखेंगे हम, right? So how one area differs from other. The core is how one area differs from other. कि what exactly the difference in the Himalayan states and the states of Western Ghat. अब ये तो नहीं होगा कि माउंटेन है तो सेम ही रहेगा. No, absolutely not. क्योंकि हिमालय की हाइट इज डिफरेंट, climatic condition and its latitudinal position is as well different in comparison with the Western Ghat states. Or tribes of Eastern Ghats and Western Ghats. There was a question that was asked in optionals as well. 2017-18 optional GS2 में question पूछा था. The difference in the tribal characteristics or the Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats as well. Or you can connect it to the world over. The compare question भी था कि steppes, right? Steppe जो है क्या? Prairies है, steppes है, velds है, okay? तो इस type of climatic conditions में prairies में और steppes में क्या difference है? That was a question as well asked in UPSC mains optional paper. तो ये क्या है? Don't you think this is in itself areal differentiation? Say how one area differs from other, okay? And that is what the very core of this concept. You will find the first use of this term areal differentiation was by Richard Hartshorne in his book Nature of Geography. Yeah. So as you are basically student of geography, so you must be knowing this name, right? Or this scholar, Richard Hartshorne, Nature of Geography. Somewhere in the Yes, 39, this book, sorry, as such written, and then Perspective on Nature of Geography, 1949, it was written. But that doesn't mean कि ये term और ये concept यही से exist करती थी. No, you will find, say, this branch is also alternatively, as I told you, known as chorology and chorography. That it may be termed as idiographic, ठीक है, monothetic and idiographic, systematic as well, right? तो idiographic में क्या है पता है? That focuses on uniqueness and particular characteristics over a region. जब differences find करोगे तब उसके कुछ specific characteristics you will find they are evolved, and thus the areal differentiation since the time immemorial you will find it is in practice as such. कि Ganga civilization or say Mesopotamian is civilization, दो conditions same है, ठीक, but और river banks में civilization developed. What is exactly the nature and the characteristics of each of this civilization, unique and particular, right? So I am trying to give you as many examples as possible, right? कि नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न के स्टेट्स भी देख लो तो नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न के सभी स्टेट में सेम कंडीशंस नहीं है. The Nagaland is having its own problem. Tripura is suffered with some different issues. Arunachal is having some different problems as such, potentials and problems as well. So the thing is, areal differentiation, it is that particular aspect. Yeah, कि जो focus करेगा uniqueness and particularness over of a region by comparing it with another region. ये हो गया areal differentiation. Okay. Now, what history suggests then? As I told you, कि this branch is not a very say nascent in a stage as such in development. No, this is having very long history of its evolution. It was pretty much loaded in the Western philosophy. Hecataeus, right? Hecataeus in the 6th century, say he categorically mentioned about say this approach. Though name was later coined, right? But this kind of branch was already in existence. Even you will find Strabo, Roman he had written 17 books on geography, and one of the title in the sense that one of the reference actually in this book you'll find say that is for regional geography and this differentiation approach as well, areal differentiation, that later to be called as. So this, do remember one stuff कि अगर इसको start करना है answer writing, so if the question is very plain as such, open-ended, to start with the history, the development, definition, and then history, how this say you will find the reference in the past philosophies as well. Yeah, you will find those references. Okay, then how it is against quantitative revolution or positivism? Because what happened, you know, कि many as such argues that the quantitative revolution has bring a large scale changes in geography. अब quantitative revolution क्या है, ये अगर आपको और better समझना है, so you can have those videos, okay, uploaded on our site as well. So we have already made this video on quantitative revolution, okay, or positivism that way. तो अब देखो quantitative revolution, that was this revolution somehow started in 40s, and the proponent, right, the strong proponent, Schaffer, right? So this approach actually believes in generalization to find similarities, क्योंकि generalization मतलब किसी भी चीज को general कब बनाओगे, जब उसमें similarities find out करोगे. तो similarities जब find out करोगे तो एक general thumb rule बन जाएगा. Yes, Himalayas is basically a young fold mountain. ये क्या हो गया कि each part of the Himalaya you will find having a fold nature, right, or that evolution as such. But quantitative revolution basically believes in the similarities, and areal differentiation believes in what? Differentiation. देखो यही से start हुआ इनका difference. It is against this philosophy, quantitative revolution, in a way that areal differentiation believes in differences, uniqueness and particularness, okay, or particular capacity of a region, characteristics of a region. while quantitative revolution tend to neglect the unique and particular characteristics of a region, right? And that is how, say, this approach is bit against that of theory building, model building, generalization of quantitative revolution or data-based phenomena of positivists. So it means that it consider Africa is unique. The problems of Africa, the potential, the resources of Africa, they are a bit different than what you will find in, say, India or maybe in any other part of the world, right? So this way. So the Schaffer, as I told you, he termed Kant as a father of exceptionalism, Immanuel Kant, and called areal differentiation is as the exception. It's not a rule, rather it's an exception. Why? Because areal differentiation is, according to Schaffer, is not a true form of geography or true approach to study geography. Okay, differences or uniqueness is not as such you will find everywhere, according to him. Though Earth surface is highly uneven in nature. देखो Earth कहीं पे भी चले जाओ, किसी भी region पे ले, take even on a macro scale, take even on a micro scale, you will find that Earth is highly uneven in its nature, highly uneven, and that's the reason. Say this areal differentiation, it was even recognized earlier, and say even today as well, you will find having that momentum as such. Now what happened during, क्योंकि अब दोनों भी branches तो opposite ना, approaches, sorry, branches नहीं, approaches, quantitative revolution और positivist and areal differentiation, which is a regional geography. तो अब दोनों साथ में exist करना, it seems pretty much difficult. In a sense, when areal differentiation was at peak, quantitative revolution was having pretty much less focus as. But when quantitative revolution was at peak in the 1940s and 70s, areal differentiation was having very less recognition or very less those scholars, those who were following this approach. क्योंकि वो एक ही trend चलता है, and you know कि that trend is to be followed by all scholars usually. So what happened? Say if you consider quantitative revolution was at its peaks somewhere in the 1950s. 1940s में ये 30s 40s में, and in 1970s, by the end of 70s or that time, say it somehow receded, okay, or ceased to exist as a very significant branch of this geographical study approach. But what happened? Say areal differentiation by that time was somehow having a low ebb, okay, but it started to gain its momentum, say after 70s. Quantitative revolution का decline हुआ, areal differentiation का revival हुआ, ठीक है? तो up to 20s 30s areal differentiation was there, right? 20s और ये हो गया फिर 70s 80s and 2000 and onward. So this is areal differentiation, AD. This is quantitative revolution, red color. That after the decline of quantitative revolution or the kind of rejection led by, say, of quantitative revolution led by critical revolution. Critical revolution क्या है? इस पे मैंने already video बना रखा है. You can watch that video as well. ठीक है? तो this decline of quantitative revolution then paved the way for areal differentiation. So after 80s, right, you will find areal differentiation again resulted as a powerful tool, because world at that time realized this fact that we cannot consider say all regions are equal, because the potential of South America is much different than that of North America, and if you are going to judge them on a same scale, right, that this region would rather remain say underdeveloped, means for Africa as well for any other region. और अगर आप ये कंसिडर करोगे कि ट्राइबल रीजन्स ऑफ बेसिकली इंडिया अगर ये डेवलप्ड हो सकते तो अंडमान निकोबार में क्यों नहीं हो सकते? Because man, the difference is what? See, the conditions, geographical phenomena, those are over on the Andaman and Nicobar, they are pretty much different than the tribal conditions lying over here in the rest of the mainland of India. And that's the reason you have to devise some different solutions or approach to solve the problems of those tribal regions. right? And that is how later the welfareist government, typically welfareist government, okay, it will lead to this revival of areal differentiation. Then the next point, that which approaches this areal differentiation it follows, then देखो areal differentiation 3 approaches follow करता है, ठीक है? 3 approaches in a sense कि first it follows, right, the regionalization. It follows the regionalization, which is for the matter or which is for the purpose to identify the boundaries of region quantitatively and qualitatively, ठीक है, in both the way approaches. क्योंकि जब तक region की boundaries हमको clear नहीं होगी, you really think फिर हम वो region को codify नहीं कर पाएंगे, ठीक है, and we cannot say compare that region with other region then. So the very first point or approach that it requires, that is the regionalization. That say approach is used to identify region, its overall nature, its boundaries as well. Then regional synthesis, where 2 different regions say and their phenomena are supposed to be compared, ठीक है, are compared in fact, right? तो 2 different regions है और उनमें जो कोई phenomena है, migration है, population growth है, density है, sex ratio है, okay, pollution है, anything as such, tectonic activities है, ये phenomena है, geographical phenomena. So these phenomena are supposed to compare, okay, or integrate as well in the regional synthesis. Okay, find a causal links over there, and the study of coherent picture of the region by having a comparison with the near proximate. So compare Delhi as such with the part of Western UP or Punjab, Haryana, right? So इससे क्या होगा ना कि you will find this regions, okay, you can compare it with the time manner as well, right? Delhi in 1900, Delhi in 1800, Delhi in 2000 as well, ठीक है? तो it depends on. So this will give you a comparative analysis, right? And this comparative analysis फिर आपको help करेगा to ultimately arrive at some conclusion. Yes, ultimately arrive at conclusion, and that is what the significance of areal differentiation as an approach. But as you know, nothing in this world is perfect. The same is the case with the areal differentiation as well. So even though that is a branch of geographical study, approach of geographical study, regional geography specifically, it suffered with limitations as well. And as you know, the limitations are, or criticisms, those are mainly provided by the followers of quantitative revolution or positivists. So Schaffer was the leading one. Now, if you follow, demarcation of boundaries cannot be static in a sense, to identify the boundaries of any region is really difficult. हाँ, देखो natural artificial boundaries of draw कर लोगे और draw करने के बाद problems भी देख लोगे, right? Radcliffe line, McMahon line, India, China, okay, or any other border dispute as you find. Africa the best example of this border dispute, right? So you can artificially create a boundary and identify them even on latitude and longitude as well. But what about natural boundaries? Because nature is having overlapping phenomena. ऐसा नहीं होगा ना कि एक रीजन का क्लाइमेट यहीं पे एंड हो रहा है, exactly this is what the line and say it start from another region. क्योंकि सरहदें तो ये तो इंसान की बनाई करामतें हैं, राइट? सरहदें तो ये इंसान की बनाई करामतें हैं, उन्हें कहा रोक पाई है जिनका ईमान है सिर्फ मोहब्बत है. यस, तो this boundary identification of boundary is really a difficult task, and you cannot consider it as a static mode. Then apart from this, you will find, see, regions are and features, they are not isolated entities. You cannot consider, say, these are very different in themselves. Okay. Then next, Schaffer, areal differentiation has rather made geography a complex phenomenon to follow. Complicated and complex. Why? Because areal differentiation, it again try to make geography descriptive. It again try to make the geography away from generalization, कि जिसमें कोई एक theories बनेगी, कोई एक model बनेगा कि yes, this is how you are supposed to establish industry, this is how you are supposed to establish a urban center. No, areal differentiation believes that every region has some यूनिक कंडीशंस एंड पर्टिकुलर कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स कि जिस बेसिस पे फिर अर्बन रीजन बनेगा या नहीं बनेगा, एरियल इंडस्ट्रीज बनेगी या नहीं बनेगी, अकॉर्डिंगली यू आर सपोज टू, या जैसे हमारे प्रोग्राम से कुछ एरिया डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम, ये एरियल डिफरेंशिएशन बेस्ड है कि हिली रीजन्स के कुछ अपने प्रॉब्लम्स है, डेजर्ट रीजन के कुछ अपने प्रॉब्लम्स है, बॉर्डर एरिया रीजन्स के अपने प्रॉब्लम्स है, सो दैट वे, ठीक है. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू Schaffer, it is a complex and complicated process and it is incapable of contributing towards effective generalization. So these are what the criticisms say that is followed by areal differentiation. But whatever, right, say any even the rejected approach even in a geography, believe me, that enriches the subject matter, that it has enriched the subject matter of geography. So areal differentiation, that is one of the approach that is now in real time, okay, contemporary world, we are following this approach. So this approach is really important. It helps policy maker to focus on a regional area, smart cities, development of tourist destination, स्वदेश दर्शन स्कीम, ओके, या से अटल जो रिजुविनेशन हमारे सिटी स्कीम है, वो वाली स्कीम है. दैट ईच ऑफ दिस दे आर व्हाट मोर और लेस अ रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ एरियल डिफरेंशिएशन, रीजनल ज्योग्राफी, बिकॉज the government of the day and even the scholar as well, they believe that every region has some different problems, and yes, for those different problem you need some different solutions. अब वो कैसे आएंगे? So by means of some regional studies, and yes, that is why say this areal differentiation is one of the most important branch approach of our geographical studies. So I think I had made myself pretty much clear to you about this areal differentiation. Having any doubt, so don't forget to please comment in the in the comment box, and please do like, share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.